Hey guys, Danielle here, and before we get into today's topic, I want to tell you about something that I just saw downstairs on the living room television. It was a commercial for a new show on Discovery Channel called The Amish Mafia. Amish Mafia. That's like putting a turtle together with a dinosaur. Like they don't mix at all. Especially because dinosaurs are already extinct. I guess if you get a Breaking Amish and all other kind of Amish shows, let's just throw Amish Mafia into the mix. You know, whatever floats your boat. But today what I want to talk about is this book that I just finished reading called Tiger Lily. It is a book by Jodi Lynn Anderson, and it is great. It was a great book. I highly recommend it. I highly enjoyed it. It is the story of Tiger Lily and Peter Pan told from the perspective of Tinkerbell. So it's in first person from the perspective of Tinkerbell, which I thought was just a great idea. Why not? Because she's this little ball of light that can just fly around and listen to everybody's thoughts and know everybody's emotions, and it was just mind greatness. I thought brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'm on board. It has so many different backstory things. It really reminded me of Batman Begins with Christian Bale because it took you behind the scenes of everything and it reimagined the story of Peter Pan in a way that I would have never thought. But once you come on these little facts about Captain Hook and Smee and, you know, Tinkerbell and Peter Pan and the Lost Boys and Wendy and all these people, you're like, that makes so much more sense. I'm very into it apparently. Because of its lyricism, because of its flow and its way of harnessing my attention and just driving it all the way to the end. And I was so in rapture of everything that happened. And it's not even a complex story, like it's not something that I needed to wrap my brain around and reread over and over again, but it was something that I could follow and enjoy and dive into full force. And that's how I could read it in only a couple of days, and it's almost 300 pages, but it went by like a flash, like a little Tinkerbell. There's one part that I really want to read to you because I think it describes their relationship and kind of the heart of this book in one little section, and it's beautifully written, and I just want you to know. Okay, so here we go. It's in the middle of the book, right here, like this. One little paragraph. But most dazzling of all, he was weak around Tiger Lily. This is Tinkerbell talking about Peter Pan. I realized this one afternoon when he was watching her eat red berries. They had picked at a favorite patch of bushes beyond the edge of the territory. The red berry stains on her lips seemed to practically torture him with their beauty. When he sat beside her, aching to be close to her, she smushed some berries into his face, almost shyly. He tackled her around the waist, and she rested her chin on his shoulder tentatively, and he nervously touched her face and traced it. It was like this sometimes, and I felt I should look away, but I couldn't. It's very simple, and it's a very clean section of not even 50 words, but it's one of those things where it envelops the emotion that they have for each other and the emotion that Tiger Lily has as far as being shy, and overall the two of them being shy and kind of vulnerable with each other because they're only 15 or 16 in this book, which is a little bit older than I think the Disney movie portrays and kind of the movie with Jeremy Sumter portrays them to be. And it's something that they've never really had relationships before, and they've never really grown up in a world that was okay in. And so it's a fun thing, and it's Tinkerbell looking in on them, which I think is wonderful because of her relationship to Peter Pan as far as being in love with him but not being able to talk to him. And that is pretty much this book in a nutshell. It's not a happy ending. I was so upset about it because all of a sudden Wendy came in and I was not thinking that she was going to be in this book, and it made me so mad. I was like, no, you're breaking up everything. You're crushing everything. But it had to be done. And so keeping that in mind, I would give it 4 out of 5 because I think that it was great and that everyone should read this. If you've ever had an interest in the Disney movie of Peter Pan or the adaptation with Jeremy Sumter or even the original story by Jane Barry, you should read this because it is a fresh interpretation, a fresh take. It was published in 2012, which is this year, so it is not archaic and it is not old, it is new and relevant. And I think that it would revamp that's your interpretation and your adaptation of the story in your imagination. And so I want you to read it. I want you to go out and get it and read it. And if you have any comments about Peter Pan as a whole, or how you feel about other authors taking great classic works and interpreting them their own way, please feel free to comment below. I will read all of them. I love it when people chat with me and give me feedback. So with all of that in mind, that is what I have for you this time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Okay, my foot is so asleep. My foot is so asleep.